Good morning, listeners, and welcome to the Trade Talk podcast. US markets close higher on the back of the so-called core personal consumption expenditure price index, which excludes food and energy items, increased only 0.1% from October and 2.8% from a year earlier. The monthly advance was the slowest since May, and it is something which is preferred measure of underlying inflation was like we can say muted in the month of November. So while looking at the data, this will help policymakers to again reconsider on the rate cut cycle in the month of June, but in between lot of other things will come in the market and that will decide the next course of action. So broadly, because of this specific news flow, we saw some recovery in the US market, and they closed almost 1.5% to 2% higher as compared to their previous close. Asian markets are also trading in the green. GIFT Nifty is up nearly 180 points. On Friday, we saw deepest decline in our markets, and the markets were very close to the levels of 23,500 levels before closing. Today, if there is any higher opening, then close to 23,800, 850, we should look for reducing some long positions because the sell-off was deeper, and we are of the view that in case if there is any bounce back, then again the selling may come, profit taking may come, liquidation may come at resistance level. So we need to be a little bit careful if the markets are opening higher. And for Bank Nifty, there also we saw equal amount of sell-off. There also we should be careful. For the day specifically, we have to see that whether the market manages to sustain above the levels of 23,850 or not. And based on that, we can take call in this market. For global macros, they are still not in favor. Dollar index was below the levels of 108, and 10-year bond yield was around 4.55. So most of the sectors were down, and based on their overall positioning, we are of the view that we need to be careful while adding them at higher levels. Yes, if there is any correction, then we should look for adding them, but at these levels, we need to be careful for taking any trading long position at the beginning. That's all from my side. With this, I am ending today's call. Thank you very much for listening me, and have a great day to all of you.